Hello, it's 10:30 p.m. I'm just going to make this program, then I'm gonna go to bed. I'll share my Visual Studio. So today, this main method is given. So there will be several methods I need to create, and I will be invoking them in the main method. Firstly, to initialize the array, of course, there's the declaration and initialize and the name of the array is numbers, and there are 20 elements in it. Then there will be initialize arrays, display arrays, get smallest number out of the array, get the average, and finally reverse and display again. So first thing first, I will be creating the skeleton of all the methods so that I can compile them to make sure it's working. Then I'll proceed from that. Firstly is the initialize static. To initialize the array, I don't need to return anything. So this is a void method. The name will be initialize array. And the parameter will be the integer array. Okay, so since it's not return anything, I will leave it like this. Then is to display. Again, to display it, I don't need to return anything as well. Also, the parameter will be the reference of the array and not returning anything. And by the way, why after I initialize the array, why I don't need to return it to the main method for it to be used in the following steps? It's because when I'm creating this array inside this method, the memory is allocated and the reference will be because I'm not passing any value of the array. It's always the reference, like the address of the array. So once I create it, it's there at its home, at its memory. So I can use it with other methods by refer to the address. Okay, hope I'm not rambling too much. Get smallest. So get smallest. To get the smallest number out of this array, we need to return this number. And we are returning an integer. Therefore, return, I'll just return a 0 for now. Then get average, same as get smallest, but the average should be a double. then return just 1.0. Hope it works this way. Lastly is the reverse array. Do I return the array? No, I don't. It's the same reason, because I created it. Reverse array. I created it inside this method, so it will be there. Okay, I've created these 5 methods. The signature of these 5 methods, let me try to compile it. The terminal, okay. I should add configuration now. It should be working. Okay, yeah. It compiles well. So it shows an empty array, and the smallest number is 0, average is 1.0, random numbers in a reverse, and it's also empty. Yeah, that's fine. So now I'm going to fill up this method. Firstly, to initialize it. I will need to use the math.random, so that I will need to import. Do I need to import it? No, I do not need to import the math. It is by default. Okay, I'll be using a for loop. Because we've initiate the array so that it has 20. The length will be 20. So as long as the index I is less than 20, we will assign a value to each index. Math.random. Since math.random will return us something between 0 to 0.9999. So if I want the integer to be between 1 to 100, I will times it by 101. Yep. Okay, once we complete a method, we will test it. Cannot convert from, also the compiler said type mismatch. Line 25 cannot convert from double to integer, because this formula gives us a floating decimal number. We need to typecast with integer so that it should be fine. Okay. But why the array, it compiles okay, but it's empty? Oh, because we haven't do the display part. Okay, for the display, we will also use the for loop. We will separate each number with a space. Okay, let's try now. Great. Why it's all 0? It should be give me a random number, right? Why it's all 0? Try again. There is mass dot random times 101 integer. Why it gives me 0? Math dot random. Oh, should I? What's wrong?